Hi everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. Today I'm going to be doing this lovely lady survey that's been going around on YouTube a little bit. I'll link down below to the original video where Rosanna basically just asks questions regarding women and women in content creation specifically. I feel like in the booktubing community we don't really see this as much because there are a lot of women who are booktubers and not so much men, but I think in society in general we kind of see how women kind of get either left out or discriminated against or anything sort of like that. So they decided to create this survey. Also, it kind of came out because at VidCon this year there was a Women on YouTube panel that happened, so it kind of was created out of that panel. So the first question is, who are your favorite female YouTubers? In this question I'm going to specifically stay away from booktubers just because I did a favorite booktubers video recently, so you guys can watch that if you want suggestions about favorite booktubers. So instead I'm going to highlight someone who is very popular on YouTube, but I really like her a lot. Her name on the internet is Dodger. Her channel is either Press Hard to Continue or Dexterity Bonus. I really enjoy watching her videos even though I'm not into gaming. Like, Press Hard to Continue is specifically a gaming news show, and her Dexterity Bonus channel is just her, vlogging. She does coffee time as she calls it, so she usually has like a cup of coffee or tea or water or something, and she just tells everyone about her day, and I just think she seems like a really cool girl, and for some reason I like watching her videos. I feel like that's kind of creepy, but I mean, that's what vlogs are. You just hear about people's day, and I think she's just really funny, and she has very interesting viewpoints, and she always has a lot of fun and is always entertaining in her videos, so I like watching her a lot. And obviously I'll link down below to her channel in case you guys are interested. Who are your favorite female athletes? Unfortunately, the majority of the sports that I end up watching are male sports. I watch the NFL, I watch the NBA, so obviously those are guys. But the one time every couple of years that I get to really get excited about female athletes is for the Olympics, which starts in a couple of weeks, and I'm so excited. There's always like one athlete every year who I get really excited about, and this year is Lolo Jones. She's a track and field athlete, and I follow her on Twitter, and I think she's hilarious, and she's a Christian, and she was recently on either Dateline or 2020 or one of those types of shows doing an interview, and I thought she was just so clever. She seems just like really, really fun, and I'll totally be cheering for her the entire time. What is your favorite book written by a female author with a female protagonist? Now, there are quite a few options out there. A lot of people have mentioned The Hunger Games. A lot of people have mentioned Anna and the French Kiss. Obviously, those are really great choices, so I wanted to highlight something different, and the one I'm going to mention is Secret Society Girl. This is the first book of a 4-book series. It's by Diana Petrick. I don't know how to say her last name. I'll leave like an Amazon or Goodreads link down below to this. I really, really love this series. I read this last year, I believe. It takes place at not Yale. I think it's called Eli University, but it's basically Yale without saying Yale. Obviously it takes place in a secret society, and I really, really love this book. It was a lot of fun. If you are looking for a good young adult fun series that's people haven't necessarily been talking about recently, this is definitely one to check out. The next question is, what is your favorite film written by a female with a female protagonist? A lot of people have mentioned a lot of different things. There's The Devil Wears Prada, which is great. Anything written by Tina Fey is great. But the one I am going with today is Penelope. I absolutely love, love, love this movie. This is a great play on fairy tales, and it's really super romantic. It stars Christina Ricci and James McAvoy, and it's written by Leslie Cavney, I believe is her name. This is a really great movie, and I feel like it's kind of underrated. Like, I don't hear a lot of people talking about this. I thought it was really sweet, so I definitely recommend checking this out. The next question is, who is your all-time favorite female character? A lot of people seem to be going with books on this one, but I'm gonna go with a TV show, and that's going to be Mrs. Coach. Tammy Taylor from Friday Night Lights. She is amazing. She's smart, and she's funny, and she's still a great wife. She is able to have both a career and a family, and obviously there are the conflicts there, but they show a woman actually doing these things and not like sacrificing one for the other. She shows how to be a great support for her husband while also maintaining a career of her own, and she is also an amazing mother and totally someone I would look up to if she were real. I mean, I kind of look up to her anyways, even though she's not real. What is the biggest problem facing female creators today, and do you have a solution? A lot of people, I feel like, are scared to get started. A lot of females doubt themselves a lot. I mean, I was even like this. A lot of people doubt themselves a lot and doubt how good they are or their skills and their talents, and they think they're not good enough, or they feel like they don't know if they should make the sacrifices necessary in order to do these things. I feel like it's a lot harder for women to sort of take that leap of faith into things like content creation because it's so uncertain and so unknown, and there's a lot of variables that come into play, and I feel like a lot of women are so unsure of themselves that they're not willing to make that jump into content creation full time, or putting in more time into that. As for a solution, I'm not really that sure about what we could do. I mean, I feel like one of the most helpful things is just seeing other women out there doing something that you would want to be doing is always really inspiring. So I feel like if there's more attention given or more praise given to other female content creators and they sort of become more well known, then it kind of inspires other women to do those things as well. This next question is kind of long, so I'm just going to read it straight off my phone. Do you think YouTube and online video in general are better or worse suited than television for tackling the problems and prejudices women face in the workplace? There's sort of two sides to this. It is better suited because it's more open and it's easier for women to get started on YouTube or online video because there's, the low startup cost. Basically all you really need is a camera and internet connection and a laptop and maybe some editing software. You can just, post your videos online for anyone to see, and you can easily gain that following. With television, you have things like network executives, and they have a very specific style that they want their channel to be, and certain shows and things like, there's very specific things that they're looking for. But online, you can do whatever you want for whoever you want. It's very more open. It's also harder because you are so directly exposed to your audience. You see all of sort of the nastiness that happen. There's so many times where I'm watching YouTube videos of females and there are all of these just horrible comments when they have no reason to make those comments in general, and I feel like that can really be a very difficult barrier for people to face when making these videos. So I don't know if that necessarily will encourage people to want to do it anyways. What do you pledge to do in order to make the internet a better environment for all creators? Honestly, I think one of the best things anyone can do to encourage anyone to create content is just leaving great comments and really interacting with people and really encouraging, especially new people who may not necessarily know exactly what's going on. I think there's nothing wrong with criticism either, as long as it's well put criticism. I mean, you don't have to be a jerk when you're criticizing someone. There are easily ways to be polite and also say, hey, this is a way you can improve your channel as well. Or, I don't necessarily agree with your opinion, but that's okay. We can still have a discussion about this in a mature manner. Obviously, YouTube comments are kind of known for their ridiculousness, but it doesn't necessarily have to come down to that. Trying to facilitate more mature and real conversations as opposed to just, trolls and yelling taking over the conversation. I'm not going to tag anybody, so I definitely encourage everyone to take this survey. I've been seeing a bunch of different YouTubers take it, and obviously they've all been women so far, but I think it would be really interesting if some guys did it. Kind of promote that sort of, it's not just women alone who are supporting women. There are plenty of guys out there who support women as well. So if you're a guy who supports women, I definitely suggest that you do this video. So yeah, that's all I have for now, and thanks for watching. Who is your favorite female author who wrote a book with a female protagonist? That is so not how the question is worded. The next question is, what stars, not Penelope Cruz. It stars Christina Ricci, and I don't know exactly who it's written by. Let me find that out. Leslie Cavney. I hope that's a woman. Let me Google that. What is the biggest solution facing female creators today, and do you have... Did I say biggest solution? Do you think YouTube and online video in general are better suited for facing the something? This is a really long question.